We got some tea. We got some pizza.
All right, Matt, Lundy, are you done with your thing?
Yeah, I'm just eating.
Okay. So, where should we go? Good Lord only knows.
I'm kind of interested in crowbar training.
There are a couple other things that are interesting now to me. Hang on, let me, real quick, I found something with this that I need to save for later. There we go. All right. Crowbar training?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try to get through these as quickly as possible because while they're not that long, we have 5 of them, and I really want to get to his last one. Okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go crowbar. General entry 20110505. Driving 1,300 miles for crowbar training. Sonia suicide scheming. Driving 1,300 miles for crowbar training. Sonia suicide scheming.
This guy drives around a lot. Jesus Christ, 2,700 miles to get to a whorehouse. At fucking 1,700 miles to get to crowbar trading.
1,300.
1,300, regardless.
I was high on Tuesday and decided that I should drive my van to Georgia. So my dad could help me yank out the rest of the plumber shit. So I made it the 11 hours, 650-mile drive to Georgia. I got there the next day at 8 a.m. Dad came out, wedged my crowbar underneath the bolt, and pulled. Exactly as you would expect. Pop. The bolt came out. Same thing with the second bolt. I took the crowbar from him, popped the final 4 bolts in identical fashion, and we were done. It took like 20 minutes. I had just driven 11 hours and would spend $394 on gas so that my dad could show me how to use a crowbar. It was pretty embarrassing. In a week, my dad is paying $20,000 for a facelift. I'm pretty critical. He's 60 years old and he looks way better than me, in my opinion. My sister says that dad still manages to nail some of her college friends when they come by. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I told him that, but he was pretty dismissive. He says he's researched the doctor thoroughly. Then he links to a church poster.
Just imagining his dad being like, "God damn it, Southmire, you're such a sniveling little filth."
I told Dad that I wanted to remove the bars on top of my van, and he was like, "No, you should keep them. I can just see you and all of your friends sitting up there playing poker together." Dad, I don't have any friends. But you will. If you have money and you're in Vegas, you're going to make lots of friends. Ha ha ha. Sigh. The old man really struggles to see me in a positive light. I almost feel
It's
bad.
the opposite, man. He's blissfully unaware of anything going on in his son's life in any way whatsoever.
It's like, legitimately, are you winning, son? Me.
I almost feel bad for acting myself around him. He gave me a big bag full of nice clothes, too. I was like, Dad, I'm a homeless fuck-up living in a van. I'm not sure I even have room for these, but you wouldn't hear it.
No, son, you're just in your adventurous phase. You'll eventually start
When
with.
I was your age, I was homeless under a bridge, sucking all kinds of transient cock.
Don't you worry, son. You'll eventually find some lady to have a kid with, and then you'll not understand what's going on in their life just as much as I don't understand what's going on in yours.
I'm imagining he just talks like Bing Crosby, like boo 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 boo, baby. Like, dude, so fun. Fine if you ain't got a house now.
A few days before I came, my sister texted me about poker playing.
A nice bag of Vidalia onions. They won't leave a mark.
This poker playing blackjack she was trying to set me up with. So I thought I might be getting some college pussy myself. But after being there for a few hours, I decided I wanted to drive home. Kind of weird. During the ride to Georgia, I had nurtured all of these fantasies of fucking the blackjack and being up with an ancient Georgian acquaintances and taking another shot at fucking Carol, too. But after a few hours around my father, I was starting to feel kind of trapped. Mostly just wanted to sleep, and I knew that wasn't going to happen. I announced that I was leaving to get some sleep in a hotel and then go home. Dad and Carly acted like I'd hurt in their faces. Son, did we do anything to offend you? Dad actually tried to block my path with his body as I was trying to walk out. It didn't seem pissed, just hurt.
How is the fucking are you winning, son mean?
Carly actually started crying. That felt nice. I don't think I've had a girl cry over me since I told Anne that I had given up on her. They sat there, frozen in the driveway, staring at me as I drove away. It was really creepy. I drove a block away before I pulled out Google Maps so I wouldn't have to see their hurt eyes watching me. My father, sister, and I are all the same thing in a real sense. Manifestations of the same ancient living information structure are going to perpetuate. They feel my failures all too sharply. My rejection of their help and love cuts them to the DNA. I soon stopped at a hotel and called for an escort.
Did he?
Huh?
He's describing himself like H.P. Lovecraft would fucking describe like some racist stand-in for the Irish miscegenation or something.
I soon stopped at a hotel and called for an escort for the first time in my life. This chick that I saw on Backpage.com. But she said I was too far away from her an outcall. So I jerked off and got a few hours of sleep. Sonia suicide scheming. So let me see if I can find the thing of Sonia. I don't know if you guys remember her.
Sonya Blake,
No.
defender of Earthrealm.
God damn it, Matt. I swear to fucking God.
This is Sonia. In the people listed, he said, "Did I fuck her? Not yet. Went on 4 dates with her, but she intimidates me."
Oh, that's a good fucking picture.
On the ride home, I got really obsessed with the possibility that Sonia had killed herself. I haven't seen her sign on in 2 weeks, and the last time I looked at her Facebook, there hadn't been any activity in that time. Someone had posted a message to her wall saying, "I miss you," in all caps. And the last time I saw her, she seemed really crazy and fucked up and had just bought a bag of charcoal to kill herself with. I texted and called her, but there was no response. I got an answer machine after 8 rings. I guess those are all the data points I have, and in retrospect, they don't seem very convincing. I was high on amphetamine as I drove back to Maryland, which I think significantly increases my susceptibility to confirmation bias. I told myself there was a 50% chance that Sonia was dead. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I started scheming about ways I could exploit her death in order to gain attention. Like I could release more videos of the days leading up to her death and link to my site from 4chan, which I guess in a natural audience for something as repugnant and goofy as a guy bragging about going on 4 dates with a hot. I started thinking Sonia
is running in my head on that what the final like chapter of this is going to be, because there's a lot of them, like suicide. My lawyer has told me it's not advisable to keep this fucking blog going. I'm a woman now. 4chan is harassing me, and I'm gonna go jump from a train. I guess that's like just suicide again, but a lot of the words like suicide. I'm not gonna
Much
lie.
more elaborate and interesting suicide.
a few days ago there was a
If he
thread.
kill himself by train, we should send this down the rabbit hole.
A few days ago there was a thread on 4chan linking to a bunch of videos of different girls committing suicide. The girls were all pretty. And then I think I started to use the idea Sonia had killed herself to rationalize my potential future decision to kill myself. Like, if people are smart and interesting and beautiful as Sonia and Jesse would decide to kill themselves, then maybe that's just the natural order of things. And if I kill myself, it's because I'm just too smart and interesting and beautiful for this shitty world to appreciate. I mean, in the abstract, I really seem like the kind of person who kills himself, intelligent and fucked up, hates the world, no friends, amphetamine user, self-destructive tendencies. I don't know. This is hard to talk about. I feel like internally it's impossible for me to tell the difference between wanting to commit suicide and just attention whoring. Probably just attention whoring. Haha, wow, this is gross. I checked Sonia's Facebook again and it's different.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Can't figure out how to get all her wall posts anymore. I guess she downgraded my viewer privileges, so I can't see her wall anymore. So I guess she's still alive. Guess she's just ignoring me. Makes sense. Fuck my life. So I got the plumbing shit out, but there's still a mountain of dirt back there. Gotta take it to the cleaning place today, and then I'll be set. But where am I gonna go? There's nowhere to go. Fuck this place. Fuck everything. Have an adventure? When's the last time I was at a fucking adventure? All I care about is pussy. I'm not leaving to have an adventure. I'm leaving to go die. To slink away from camp and succumb to the elements alone in the fucking woods. Except that doesn't work anymore, does it? There's nothing wild and dangerous left. Crazy and broken fuck-ups just stumble around until they end up in jail. How long till I end up in jail? What the I just want a single goddamn friend. You dumb fucks. You all fucking suck. Clutter. 1K to sign a fucking piece of paper? At the 0 mark lies a shotgun. Maybe not really. But it's something bleak either way, and the barrel of the shotgun seems to be a metaphor my mind has settled on. Calculated burn, like fuel and thrusters, land on a peak. I can't even see. Links to new Sonya media. Dead because I didn't kiss.
Gently, I'm
Dead,
on the edge of my seat.
dead because I didn't kiss her. Felt myself feeling myself rationalizing suicide. All right, where do you want to go?
Crowbar training was going to be kind of light.
I didn't expect all that suicide shit.
You want to go? You want to go? You want to go for the one that's just a date? You want to go for shotgun downswing, or do you want to go with the one that has the really good title?
Let's go for the shotgun downswing, I think.
I kind of feel like we should say really good title for the penultimate.
Yo, I just want to say real quick, just as a heads up, really good title. 7 journal entries after a shotgun downswing. Okay. Ready?
Interesting.
I live in a van now.
For us.
I live in a van now. For the past 3 days, I think I've been living in a van. I'm kind of surprised it's been that long. Something is wrong.
I like how we're
experience-
telling the story out of order. We're making a better Chris Nolan movie than Shots Fucking Fired, bitch.
I was taking a drink of water. I've been experiencing.
I was like, who let the parakeet in here?
No. I've been experiencing really intense mood swings. I guess I can call it that. Bigger mood swings than I can ever remember having. Attitude swings. It started when I realized I was probably going to quit my job. I realized that I wanted to quit my job, and then 3 weeks later, I quit. And in those 3 weeks, the mood swing started. Something to do with the amphetamine. When I was high, I felt great about quitting my job. When I was sober, I dreaded it. Like split personalities. Usually it's not like that. Usually my goals and desires.
Are you telling me that in the moment of a drug frenzy, you thought the extremely bad idea you were doing was a good idea? And then when you were sober and lucid, you realized, like, oh shit, I fucked up. This guy went to fucking MIT. Kids, if like, first off, if kids, you're listening to this, like, your fucking parents are fucking terrible. What the fuck?
So this is gonna be like fucking like true. But I'd like to make a secondary point. This is further evidence on the mountain of evidence that those who go to MIT are all fucking insane fucking morons.
Yeah, kids, listen to your Uncle Napalm and Lundy. School is retarded. Don't try.
MIT at the very least is. I mean, it seems to be. I never hear good stories from anybody from MIT. I never hear it. It's always like fucking fucked up shit.
Hang on, we gotta continue.
So, like, that residence cascade happened at Black Mesa.
There was a mountain of dirt in the back of my van. Spent like an hour brushing it, but there was still thick clouds of dust spewing from the padded floor at every sweep. So I took it to a car detail place, and they like blasted with water or something. Pressure cleaning, I think. And it still looked pretty dirty. The clouds are gone. So I threw my bed in the back and some other shit. I drove to West Virginia to play poker and live in a van. Fuck. The first night was really bad.
Anybody, but before my eyesight went, and like I still had dreams and hopes, I legitimately wanted to live in a van. I was like, that's how I make it in this world. I want to live in a van, go around, have adventures, maybe learn kung fu, maybe get like an exotic animal as a friend, like an orangutan or like a bear of some kind. That would have been the life. But then, the eyesight went, and I decided, like, hey, drugs, that seems fun. Frivolous sex. And now I'm the twisted fucking fruit you see before you today.
The first night was really bad. I lost a couple $100 and I went to the van to sleep. But I'm not sure I was really sleeping. People talking, doors slamming, engines, other noise. Really cold to the sun comes and it's really hot. And I'm afraid of something. Like, afraid someone will see me. I kept looking at my makeshift curtains over and over to make sure they hadn't fallen down and no one was staring at me. It's weird. I kind of feel like I'm barely slept
That's-
all the past 3
Jeff
days.
just found a fucking commuter parking lot and fucking park there. They ain't gonna fuck with you there.
Which is
Or-
weird.
Like, and really, any big box retail stores, like, they ain't gonna fuck with you.
Which is weird because I usually sleep like crazy when I'm depressed. But it's the fear, I guess, or it's shame, maybe. I don't feel all that tired, I guess. I think I'm feel nervous. I think a lot about the shotgun. It's a short double barrel thing. Short enough that I can put both barrels in my mouth and still easily reach the trigger.
Gee, I think I'm kind of noticing a theme in these last couple of entries. Goat.
Does that make it a sawed-off shotgun? I guess. In reality, it's probably hard to come across a double-barreled sawed-off shotgun. And a hastily purchased shotgun is probably much more likely to be a long, unwieldy single-barrel thing. Probably have to pull the trigger with your toe or something. I don't really think about that. Really a short double-barrel thing in my mind. And when I'm down at the bottom of my deepest downswing, I laugh tiredly, put the barrel in my mouth and pull the trigger. The white metal ceiling of my van becomes red and chunky. Can't stop thinking about the shotgun the first night. Superimposed with other things. Mostly just vague nervousness. Too nervous to jerk off. But then I think about Anne and it's funny. Like, wow. How perfect my life was at points at the recent past and how fucking stupid I am now. Anne used to lay next to me every single night, with our arms around each other. She's beautiful. She was mine.
It's like that. It might seem like a good idea, but it's not. It's not a cold drug.
It's so simple. It's so fucking easy to make me happy. I was really happy. My teeth are completely fucked up. I have the money to fix them. I don't know why I don't fix them. I think I might be depressed. My top left wisdom tooth pushed through the skin a few months ago. And it's like twisted and broken and jagged. I can barely even run my tongue over the thing because it's so far back and it stabs me and food collects there and won't come out until I brush my teeth. Sometimes for minutes. I think it's like pushed my whole top row of teeth over or something, which gradually knocked a bunch of fillings out. Or there's a spreading disease in my teeth or something. Big black.
Imagine he looks like, I forget the name of it, but there's you guys have probably seen pictures of them. Like, they're the boars that have like the tusks growing through their snouts.
Yeah.
It's got like a fucking tooth growing through his nose. It's fucking curling out and it's going into his forehead. And it's like, I should get this fixed, but fuck it.
Lundy, you've been quiet for a while. What do you think right now?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about the fucking rape thing. To be entirely honest, like I'm not over it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the suicides, Lundy? Is that it?
Well, I don't know, because like this, honestly, like the suicides is just kind of him just like being like dismissive about it and shit.
Let's be honest here, Lundy. Like, I think I know we're only like 2/5 of the way through Goat's portion of this, but like, I've heard enough. I know where this story. I know how this ends now.
All right.
Let's go back to
100 fucking percent.
back to his teeth. Big black and yellow spots and patches. All over, really bad. I usually like to horrify my dad and sister when I see them by showing them my teeth, but this time I didn't. Just gotten so bad that even I'm embarrassed. I'm crying now. So I'm laying in the back of my van and looking up at the white ceiling, not really thinking about anything. But every once in a while, I think about Anne. Just a flash. Her playing WoW.
You
Smell
should
of
be
her hair.
thinking it about Sue.
The side.
My side.
Yeah. The sweet curve of her ass when she's wearing jeans.
Yeah.
The way she laughed and smiled and she would eat sushi together. And it makes me chuckle to think about because it's so weird. Like, it didn't
The way
happen.
she would jokingly put nooses around my neck.
I mean, how could I be there and now I'm here? Like, it was a stupid dream. And it's just a flash because it doesn't even make any sense. It must have been.
Well,
I don't think quitting
it's
my
like
job
the
was
classic
a
song
mistake. Really.
says, life is but a dream. Merrily, merrily, merrily. Merrily, merrily, merrily.
It was more of a symptom. I don't want my job back. I want fucking reason to have a job in the first place. Why do I need a fucking job? I hate this. I hate all of this. Fucking everything. I never thought I would kill myself. I never thought I would kill myself. I always thought, if I get to the point where I really don't care about my life anymore, why would I kill myself? That's so boring. I told myself I would just go on a murder rape rampage instead. I mean, not like I would ever do that. I love being alive. I love myself. I think I told myself that my whole life until very recently, but now I think I get it. The mood swings, they're just something very different. I think I don't know. I'm a different person. I don't understand him very well. But I think at the very bottom, there's a person who would just eat the round without thinking about it very much. I can see him now. This man is pretty deep, but it's not the bottom. The bottom is running out of money. The shotgun is running out of money. My last $500 goes to the shotgun. Maybe that's why I'm afraid now. I don't think I'm ever going to have another job. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if things change a lot. I mean, I think there's a good chance I'll run out of money. I lost like $800 playing poker today.
He fucking keeps losing money to poker. It was
I
to
think I
another.
might have started.
Was it to another black guy who fucking asked him if he eats ass?
I think I might have started tilting a little bit. I've already made a couple of bluffy plays, so the table thought I was full of shit. But I kept making a bunch of bluffs anyway. Kept getting called down light. I don't know. I told myself to knock it off every time, but I kept doing it. I kind of felt like I was out of control. Maybe I was just getting unlucky. There was this one river bluff I made that just didn't make sense, I think. I wasn't repping anything, actually. I think that happened twice. At least I feel stupid. Fuck. Why can't I sleep? What's wrong with me? I don't think I've been eating either. The only thing I can remember eating in the past 3 days is a sandwich and a little of pad thai. Drinking water from 1 gallon jug and pissing into another. My teeth hurt. Can't stop crying. I've always been such a whiner.
This is like one of those messages you would find in like a Fallout game of somebody turning into a ghoul.
You ready for the last message?
Sure.
On this page. Let me go ahead and throw up a picture so you guys have a reference for what's going to be said.
Wait, I thought we were doing. How many more do we have?
No. This is the last paragraph on the
Oh, okay,
thing.
okay. I got worried.
That's
'Cause
all right.
I was like, no, I thought there were 2 more before the last one.
Yeah. We're good. No, we got 3 more. So that's Antonio.
Hey, I'm just chilling here with my girl, the Russian sleep experiment.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. There are 2 more after. There are 2 more little paragraphs after this. That's just like a description for this one. Okay.
I know I said I know earlier I made like the Rugrats and how it's like, hey, this is grown up Tommy, but he does have fucking he does have Drew's fucking mustache.
All right. So that's Antonio. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's Antonio. All right.
AKA the Russian sleep experiment. Or wait.
I've kind of stopped jerking off too. I think. It's weird. Like yesterday, I was trying to jerk off and I was thinking about Antonia. I was thinking about raping her, actually. Because why the fuck else would she be fucking a shit like me? Why else? She's so beautiful. An insane dream from the imagined past. Too beautiful to be real. Everything beautiful is fake for me now. So I was playing poker tonight and lost all my money, and this cute Asian chick sits down next to me. And a bunch of the other regs call her by her name and stuff. So I guess she's a reg. Pretty hot. The back of her iPhone says I heart with the greater, less than symbol and the 3. And then has a cartoon monkey face. So I'm like, do you like monkeys? And she jerks her head towards me. But I'm not looking at her because I am filthy garbage. She's listening to music. I guess so. She doesn't say anything. I could smell myself. Are you some kind of neuroscientist? I say later when I don't think she's listening to music and she says,
Oh my God.
no, I wish I was, something like that. Wait, so you are a neuroscientist? I blurt. What? But she doesn't say anything. The filthy desperation too obvious. I used to fuck a neuroscientist PhD student. Won't tell her that. I used to fuck a neuroscience PhD student who used to do experiments on monkeys. See? I'm not really that pathetic. Really. I'm just a downswing. Ha 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 ha. Shotgun downswing.
Are you winning, son? Let me show you how to use a crowbar.
All right. We're coming in the last stretch here.
I cut myself
You
tonight.
want to go back? What?
Just deep enough to see how much it would make me pass out.
You want to go back to a surprise post, or do you want to go forward with the shotgun?
Do they tie in?
No, this is just a
Well,
little
we're
bit of
almost done with the shotgun, so let's.
Yeah,
go with the shotgun.
Yeah.
please.
All right. Journal 20110-516. Date with Ann canceled. J-Rix arrives. Selling my car. Underage birthday party. Sonia is sent to a mental institution. Arriving at MIT. Miracle of Science. Shotgun. All right. Go.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was the title. Date with Ann canceled.
It seems the quote Venture Brothers. This is just a crazy person's list.
I don't really know why I got all excited about hanging out with Ann. I texted her and we agreed to meet on the 13th to hang out at an animal shelter, go to a bar, and pick up chicks, but we never contacted each other on the 13th. I guess I thought I was going to fuck her. I still think it was a reasonable possibility, but now the prospect of fucking a blackout drunk girlfriend seems depressing. I guess it's probably just a generic self-defeating tendency on my part. Feels like I've been getting a lot of that lately. Whenever I think I'm getting close to something I want, my brain shuts down until it passes me by. J-Rix arrives. J-Rix flew to DC 4 days ago. He was supposed to get here the day before, but he missed his flight because he forgot about it. Pretty typical. Selling my car. We sold my 2002 Toyota Echo on Craigslist for $1,700. It has 80K miles on it. I only took out a few hours on a single day to sell it, with J-Rix doing most of the work. I suspect we could have did it for twice as much, but it probably would have taken days. And for some reason, I was super anxious to get the fuck out of there. I offered J-Rix 10% of the proceedings, but he refused to take it. We loaded up the van with all my most valuable shit and started driving to West Virginia with no intention of ever coming back. When we got to a casino in West Virginia, it was more crowded than I'd ever seen. There was a 2.5-hour wait list for $1 to $2 no limit to Hold'em. So we left and began our 9.5-hour drive to MIT that night. Underage birthday party.
Oh God, I remember seeing that title.
I was going to throw my Windows box away, but J-Rix wanted it, so I agreed to mail it to his clan in Arizona. It got thrown into the back of the van and everything else. The van was overpacked and we weren't really feeling it. It required minor feats of acrobatics to reach the back door. We kept losing shit in the clutter. On the second day of our road trip, we were having trouble finding a FedEx store. So after a bit of nagging, J-Rix finally agreed, throwing the computer away. We were parked in a small lot on a randomly shitty New Jersey suburb next to a dumpster that I assumed would be a final resting place for my former gaming machine. Without warning, J-Rix takes a few steps and hops over a fence, disappearing into the backyard of someone's house. There's a sign hanging on the fence that says, "No trespassing" in menacing red letters. I start feeling really paranoid. Here I am, sitting in a creepy pedophile van with a lot of worldly possessions, $20 in cash and half a year's worth of amphetamine, idling suspiciously in some random suburb while my crazy friend is rummaging through people's backyards. Don't seem like the kind of thing you'd want to try explaining to the cops. Derek says that people call the cops on him all the time. I shut and lock all the doors and sit in the driver's seat, trying to remain inconspicuous. After a couple of minutes, J-Rix comes back. "There's a hot chick over there," he tells me. If there's something to be excited about, maybe she can help us repack the van. Me. "We don't need help repacking the van." J-Rix. "Of course we don't, but she doesn't know that." I'm feeling upset about J-Rix for reasons that I can't really rationalize, so he's running wild and careless, successfully attracting the attention of random bitches we pass. Isn't that exactly why I wanted him with me in the first place? J-Rix disappears over the fence again for another 10 minutes. When he returns, he says, "I think they're all underage." Apparently, he was strolling through backyards and saw the girl through the window.
This is a reference back to what we were going over the last time.
So he casually walks through the back door and starts chatting up a bunch of 16 and 17-year-olds. He does that a lot.
Jyrix, you piece of shit.
He does this a lot.
You
Walk
were
right
the
into the house.
chosen one. You were supposed to be balanced in the force.
Wait, hang on, listen. He does this a lot. Walk right into the houses
Not
of
the
strangers to
younglings.
ask them for help, or just to talk to them. Or in this case, to give them a computer, saving it from the dumpster. According to Jyrix, the girls were all quite taken with him, and he had all them smiling and laughing. We didn't actually check to see what the age of consent is in New Jersey. Maybe they weren't underage. At any point in my life since middle school, some walked into my dwelling, I would probably start shrieking at the top of my lungs and run over for cover. Yet Jyrix pulls it off, over and over again. His bored expression, constant, playful pratter, makes him seem harmless regardless of context. He's taught me so much, yet I cannot benefit from this knowledge. I'm trapped in this placid, fearful, stupid brain. Jyrix and I spent a lot of time talking about Sonia on the way to MIT. Jyrix started texting Sonia and ended up calling her, which she seems to receive pretty well. Turns out she was in the middle of a bus ride to some mental institution in Pennsylvania, which I guess is more hardcore than her current full-time but sleep-at-home institution. She says she won't be able to use her phone anymore. Jyrix says she sounded like she was on the verge of tears. I thought Sonia was ignoring me because she found all the creepy, embarrassing shit I posted about her on my webpage. But according to Jyrix, she didn't make any mention of this. But I'm thinking maybe she hasn't bothered checking my stupid blog at all, and she's ignoring me simply because I'm a big faggot in general. She's just giving up on me. Funny how that actually seems like the worst of the two possibilities. We got to MIT at like 9 p.m. I started feeling really, really stupid. I get really quiet. I guess the signal is I'm depressed. We parked and walk in around in some MIT library or something. To my surprise, all the doors were unlocked. There weren't any electronic badge readers that I could see. Maybe I just haven't explored enough yet. Still just wandering through hallways. I felt like I could have spent several hours creeping around like that, but Jyrix got bored fast and wanted something more lively. We drive to some bar called Miracle of Science. I ordered a milk and Jyrix ordered orange juice. We walked around, but none of the 6 girls staying at the bar with us go to MIT. They give me disgusted looks when I ask. The girl sitting next to me seems drunk, feisty, and talkative, but I still get discouraged pretty fast. I tell her that I drove 500 miles to try and fuck MIT chicks. She tells me that I'm outstandingly creepy. We get on the topic of Nevada prostitutes. She says that Nevada prostitutes are high class because they don't have STDs. I tell her I don't think I believe in STDs. She says, "Oh, STDs are real, man. That's where that itch in your pants comes from." Shallow. Her criticisms of my ideas are all joking nonsense that I cannot respond to. She has no real interest in engaging me seriously on any topic at all. I can sense her drunken, horny interest in me, but there is zero interest in my thought processes. No desire for elaboration. I feel like I'm trying to have a philosophical argument with an answering machine. Some of the numbered responses that rattle off are applicable. Staying on the line, waiting for a human. Waiting. I stare at my empty milk glass, trying to focus. I don't know what I'm trying to focus on. Waiting. I get Jyrix a room at some weird tiny hotel, and I fall asleep in the van. Last night. It was a really bad night. Or maybe it's not bad. It's so different now. Doesn't even feel like depression anymore. Doesn't really feel like much of anything. It's just a mental image of a shotgun, over and over all night long. Sometimes it's vivid and explicit. Sometimes it's in the background. I put both barrels of the shotgun in my mouth and I pull the trigger. Over and over and over again. That's it. Sometimes I'm in the van, but usually I'm nowhere. Just the shotgun and me. The shotgun goes in my mouth. I pull the trigger.
And
Sometimes
then my dad walks out of it and asks me if I'm winning yet.
Sometimes it's thoughts like, maybe I should go buy a shotgun. I wonder where I can get one. But I always think, no, I still have plenty of money and plenty of Adderall. There's no point in buying this early. Wait until you're about to run out. Are those suicidal thoughts? I don't know. Over and over, shotgun in mouth, pull the trigger. There's no before or after. No sadness or curiosity or fear or pain. Just the shotgun and me. Sometimes I think maybe I should fire the shotgun first to make sure it's working. Like shoot it up in the air at someone's car or something. No, that's stupid. Why bother? Just put it in your mouth and pull the trigger. If it doesn't work, you can just return it and buy another shotgun. And for a while last night, I was just thinking about using my Ruger P95 too. But it was always in tandem with the shotgun. Like maybe it would be worth it to put the shotgun in my mouth and the P95 against my temple and pull both triggers at the same time. Would that work? There may be some delay between the times the two guns activate. How big is the delay? And if you decide to squeeze your trigger finger and a 9mm round goes through your head immediately afterwards, does your finger still squeeze? If so, how far does it squeeze? It was all idle theorizing, though. I don't think it's possible to improve on a single shotgun blast. What if this is all a simulation? What if quantum immorality is real? If a 9mm round passes through my eye before I die, am I blind in the afterlife? If it passes through my frontal lobe, will I become more socially retarded than I am already?
This is the fucking definition of just absolute pseudo-intellectualism. Like, he's actually asking nonsensical questions. Like, no,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
never.
go with the shotgun. Like, you'll probably miss. It's nothing fucking up there. Hot air.
It was really cold at times in the van. Cold pressing hard against my face as it peeks out from under the covers to breathe. It's
In
the
the
winter.
van.
My village is starving. Do it for the village. No food can be spared for a fucked up old man with no friends living in a van. Do it for the children. They are cold and hungry and supplies are scarce. In mouth, pull trigger. Knocking on the van. Are you sleeping there? There's an orange $40 ticket under my windshield wiper. I misread the street sign. Unwanted. Banned on OkCupid. What am I doing? I need to buzz into the men's room at Burger King by the cashier. I see no actual homeless people, but everywhere I see the methods used to disperse them, hoping the cold will be sufficient. Please love me. Are you an MIT girl? Please love me. Clutter. Why MIT? Jokes about Asians standing on a corner of bed. J-Rix laughs, holding the piss bottle. Underage party. Give monitor. Wants to invite them to help. 2 years high at work. Accomplished nothing. Was unhappy and complaining during Antonia era. Couldn't think about anything else but the shotgun. They're in the cold. Knocking on the van. Are you sleeping in there? Orange ticket unwanted. Banned from OkCupid. Sonia almost crying on the bus. Asian girl with fat cheeks and acne. Thought I saw Rosencrantz. Jerry sucks at everything. So now I'm here. Why aren't I on OkCupid? Why am I just sitting in the van? I don't know. I went with J-Rix at Home Depot. I'm currently in BOS. I'm assuming that's Boston. What if this is all a simulation? Will I be blind? In mouth, pull trigger. Cold, starving village. Do it for the village. For a while, I can't stop thinking
You know
about
what
the
this
shotgun.
is? I just realized.
Yeah.
This is fucking Frank Miller. And
Mm-hmm.
he's right on my ass. Right on my ass.
All right.
Ass. He's right on.
So let's go back a ways to another journal entry. This one does not have a title. And then we'll get to the final two. Okay?
Okay. Can't wait.
Bundy, are you ready?
Fucking shoot me with
Journal-
the fucking shotgun.
Journal 20021029. Yesterday, I wrote back to the dean and asked him what was going on. He wrote simply saying, the incident involving a police report that I believe you filed recently regarding an interaction with another student. What the fuck? Police report I filed? So now I'm just thinking this whole thing was a mistake or something. Like they did a lookup on the wrong email address or something and got my name. Then I get an email from a sergeant at the Tech Police Department telling me to schedule a meeting with him to discuss the incident. Ripes. When I get to the dean's office, he immediately starts telling me I need to contact the police guy in order to get over the incident. I finally just raised my hand and said, I'm sorry, but I still have no idea what's going on. So he tells me that someone complained about my webpage. Then he pulls out a pamphlet. Georgia Tech Student Policy on Sexual Harassment and Sexual Misconduct. Opens it up. Points to the definition of sexual harassment. Am I being accused of sexual harassment? I ask. No, I haven't said that, he says.
Last one.
What?
Oh no. I was like, wait, this isn't the last one? I thought this kind of shit would have been an oh no.
No. This is from 2002. He was doing it up until 2011. Am I being accused of sexual harassment? I ask. No, I haven't said so that you know what's going on and decide blah, blah, blah. He's underlined several things in the definition he's pointing to. Tells me he's taking a look at my webpage and I might be able to see where this person is coming from. He asks, do I think I've done anything that might create an uncomfortable education environment for someone else? Now, at this point, if I happen to be a smart and savvy guy, I would have said simply, sorry, but there's no way I can answer that question. You told me only the vaguest possible terms, that there's someone who's upset about something on my webpage. Nothing else. That being an accusation against me. I don't know what it is. You haven't even identified the accuser. Until I have more information, there's just nothing I can say. I'm sure you understand. Unfortunately, I'm about as savvy as a pile of rocks. Spilling my guts is my nature.
Cat piss at the time.
And that's exactly what I did. He just kept asking me total vague questions. I kept giving total specific answers. I told him I could think of 2 people who might have cared enough to file a police report, Ajij or Pamela, and then responded to the complete vague questioning by launching into a full description of my involvement with Ajij. It was like I fucking wanted him to bust me. I was telling him everything. God, I'm such a tardo. After several repetitions of hostile education environment, I started arguing with him.
Retarded. Like they know, even they would have kept. They would have been like, "Duh, I can't answer that question without the president of Mongolia." I believe the ceremony is over. Do you have any candy? Did usually the people got candy on the desk?
When I got back to my room, there was a message on the door telling me to call the cop. I called and I said I'd be right over. The guy had a southern accent. I kept telling to myself, fucking rednecks, fucking cops. My bigotry surprised me. I can't remember ever being so apprehensive towards Southerners, especially since about half my family would probably have been classified as very Southern. Or police. I had to run back to my room to change out my ParadisePoker.com shirt. I remember I was wearing it. Yesterday, I saw illegal gambling, including online, list of non-academic offenses. The cop brought me back to the little room that looked like a cop closet, ushered me in, and shut the door. I was shitting myself. I thought I was totally about to get grilled. Instead, the guy just told me that he'd looked over my webpage and that I wasn't committing any crime that he was aware of. Oh, cool. Told me that the chick had asked him not to name her. It seemed like he almost rolled his eyes. We sort of socialized for a while, and before I left, he hinted I could find out the girl's name by looking online, since they keep all the records public, by Georgia law, I think. When I got back to my room, I couldn't find what he was talking about. I guess I have to email someone to find out.
And he said I was a super cool guy and we went to get ice cream.
Looking back at the whole thing, seems like pretty much not a big deal at all, but it was sort of exciting.
This entire fucking blog is like things of absolutely no consequence happening to him, and then him having an existential crisis about it. Swear to fucking God.
You might be wondering how this ends. What are the guesses?
I have no guess because I cannot with this particular blog.
Matt,
are you there? He literally just said something.
Damn. Matt, or hit
What?
the fucking key. There you go.
There you are. Jesus Christ. We were asking whether you have a prediction as to how this is going to end.
I said suicide. But then
Gotcha.
again, you have a good point. Like, this blog is basically no consequence theater. So, suicide would mean consequences. I'm still going suicide. Fuck it. I'm all fucking 21 Black suicide, baby. Let's go. That's how you play the gambling game.
There was a thread called PYF Internet Train Wrecks on something awful. At one point, around the page 59 mark, someone linked Thomas's article, or not his article. They linked his blog.
all it was like faced by like, hey, look at this piece of shit.
Yes.
Was it
Everyone.
really those words? Was it those words exactly? I see it being
It was
like
essentially.
those words.
It was essentially that. Might be wondering what this has to do with anything.
Oh my god! I thought he was going to be a fucking. I thought he was at least going to go out like a man, being eaten alive by 4chan. No, he's going out like a bitch, being eaten alive by fucking something awful. What a fucking dipshit!
So that happened. There were a few pages written specifically about him. And we get to the final. Let me bring it up here. Ooh,
I can't do music good. High on.
hang on. Wait a minute. Oh, there's more.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Do we have
All
an
right.
epilogue?
Yeah, we do. So
I knew there was going to be something after that because he added the fact that something awful came after him onto his website as like an extra thing to click on.
So this was not the last post. I originally thought this was because this was the first thing that came up whenever you click on the what's left of the site that's been on Wayback Machine. Journal entry 20110725. Goons, hacked, murder, Kmart, Crips and Bloods, Sonia, and cow hugging conference, Antonia.
This guy does not title things.
On June 23rd, 2011, I discovered that the reason my site was getting so much traffic is that there was a long something awful thread about me. It was pretty scary initially, all these dudes getting really emotional over how much they wanted to fuck me up. Even in the early stages, they were already calling the cops on me and reporting me to random government agencies, talking about how they wanted to smash my teeth in, making up weird maniac stories about me. That there wasn't already enough weird shit about me in the factual realm. Hacked. The next day, my webpage was hacked. The hacker deleted everything on my web server and put this message on the front page. Like, see what there is. Lundy,
Yes.
would you please read what he wrote here? This is from the hacker.
Okay, please. Oh, okay, it's there. Sorry, dude. For a guy who is just too fucking smart for this world, you really need to get a grasp on basic web security. I can't believe you had a job as a programmer before, with security clearance no less. Here's a question. What's the % chance of you getting owned? 100%. I grabbed all the pictures you had flagged hidden in your DB. I thought about releasing them all in one big dump, but unlike you, I'm not totally down the concept of publishing photos of girls without their consent. Sup, Annie? But seriously, why do you have to take pictures of every girl you fuck while you're fucking her? That's just weird, bro. And why did you feel the need to take all these pictures of Annie sleeping? And why do half of these girls look drugged? And why would you even upload them to an internet accessible system to begin with?
So I am picturing the dude who is writing this. He is just dressed as a wizard.
He's just dressed as a what?
As a wizard.
I am kind of doing this because
Answer this riddle from Pardew the Traveler.
I'm kind of doing it intentionally because of the way that it looks. Like it's a black screen with green text, but like every like punctuated point is white text, and it's in larger text than the green text.
Matt, are you looking at it right now?
It is no. I never look at anything except for pictures. Truth be told, I might be illiterate. I don't know. Or lazy. Lazy or illiterate. I get the two mixed up. What if when your dick don't work right? Good, right?
Yeah.
Did you seriously think keeping a table of file names to exclude in an SQL database was going to help? God damn, bro! I feel conflicted because I'm probably doing you a huge favor here, but all your photos /blogs /database, pretty much everything on here are fucking gone now. Sincerely, McCoy Pauly. 0 day!
You're calling poorly the aberrationer and taking down your site, good sir.
Posted a media fire that had Python code, some gross hidden pictures. It apparently also had pictures of his dick and some docs information. What should our takeaway from this be?
Congratulations, Thomas. You made the world a worse place by being alive in it.
MIT is fucking worthless. They were worthless as villains in fucking Fallout 4, and they're worthless fucking in reality.
All right, then.